Hello everybody! Happy new moon in Gemini! I cannot believe we're almost halfway through the year in June. Let's dive into our Gemini moon forecast and our Gemini reading. Let's start off with our Gemini new moon forecast. I apologize if the lighting is dark. It's been raining here all week in Japan, but let's get to it. And then we're going to talk about the Gemini characteristics. We're going to talk about all the retrogrades that are happening, or at least 3 of them. And then we're going to do the Gemini moon reading. I'm going to pull moon cards for you guys. Zodiac is Gemini. The symbol are the twins. Geminis are reflections of 2 people, or like a mirror, like things like that. They're the twins. So if you know any Geminis, you might think that they have 2 personalities, or maybe that they're bipolar, or they're just different in different settings. They could be different from work, from home. They could be 2 different people. They wear 2 masks. But essentially, all of us wear masks in a sense of we all act differently in a professional setting, in our home setting. But anyway, let's move on. We're working with the element air today. Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius are all the air signs. The Gemini also rules the planet Mercury. The color we're working with today with the Gemini is yellow or green. I wore this green tree necklace that I have. I've had this since like my early 20s. It's a wired tree necklace, super pretty, and it has crystals in it. The gems are crystals, the little green gems. I don't know which crystal it is because I've had this for so long, but that is what I'm wearing as my symbolism and correlating with the new moon, because I don't have anything in the color of yellow, but these colors bring prosperity and luck for us in this new moon. As well, the chakras we're working with is the throat chakra, and I added in the solar plexus chakra. Now the throat chakra connects with Gemini because they're all about communication. I added the solar plexus chakra because I intuitively feel that we really need to connect with our solar plexus chakra, with our willpower, our strength. That's all about the solar plexus and standing up for ourselves for what we believe in, and anything like that. Really having the strength to stand on your own and believe in the things that you believe in, and just being confident in that. And I think it's important to correlate that with the throat chakra, because your throat chakra, you use the throat chakra for what you speak, what you communicate, speaking your truth, because everybody's truth is different. You're just gonna have to surrender to that everybody has different beliefs, different belief systems, and different ways of seeing things. So work with those 2 chakras. Throat chakra is the color blue, and the solar plexus is the color yellow. I've been using my Insight Timer app every morning. I have been listening, well, the past 2 mornings, I have been listening to a solar plexus chakra. I've really been working on my solar plexus chakra this week, and these are the 2 that I've been using. If you want to go on Insight Timer, it's a free app. It's just the meditation app that I love to use. The crystals that we're working with is citrine and agate. Agate crystals can be all different colors, all different forms. I have this agate cave looking form crystal. It's a blue one, and I've had this for a really long time. This crystal, it sits on the headboard of my bed. We're also working with citrine, which also can correlate with your solar plexus chakra, and since this is kind of blue, this can work with my throat chakra as well. I've also been using my crystals. I've been holding my fluorite, rose quartz, and my clear quartz point. I've been using those in my meditation as well.
Take a couple deep breaths in and out of your nose.
The numerology that we're working with is number 3 and number 5. Number 3 and 5 is the lucky numbers for Gemini. Again, there's other numbers that can work with the Gemini. There's different things that could work. I just pick, and there's other crystals that can work with Gemini. I just pick the ones that I feel intuitively really connects with this specific new moon in Gemini. But we also have the day number 2. When you add up the whole dates of today, May is the 5th month. Today's the 22nd, and the year 2020. When you add that all together and you add the double digits to a single digit, it equals into 2. I really love to use all these different tools to really bring a overall meaning for the moon forecast. So number 2 is all about connection, communication, partnership, teamwork. So communicate with your partner, communicate with yourself, speak your truth. That is what this new moon is all about. And number 5 is all about change. Number 3 is all about celebration. Celebrate yourself, celebrate others. A very abundant number. Now, I'm not entirely sure what kind of agate this is. It might be a blue lace agate or I can't think of the name right now, but all the agates have different meanings to them. Essentially, they can really help with communication, your spirituality, things like that. So you could work with the agate with that. And then citrine is all about abundance, prosperity, good luck, having, abundance in everything, not just your finances, and just really having overall prosperity in your entire life. So those are the crystals that I'll be working with for the new moon that I suggest to you that you can also work with. Your new moon ritual, whatever it is that you do during your new moon. The affirmation that we're working with today is, I trust the universe to give me everything I need. Now, if you would like to put it on an index card or a sticky note, place it by your mirror, and you could work with that affirmation for the next 2 weeks. I really like to implement this. I just implemented this in the last moon phase, in the full moon. What was it? Full moon in, we had a full moon in Taurus, I think? I don't even remember. 2 weeks ago, seems so long ago already. Anyways, so you're gonna put the index card next to a mirror, and you could say the affirmation every day for the next 2 weeks, which till the next full moon in June. And this really just implements that affirmation so that you say it every day, and it's just a great way to say one affirmation for 14 days. Let's get into the Gemini, what a Gemini is, and their Gemini traits. Well, the traits of a Gemini. So Geminis, they symbolize the twin. They symbolize self-reflection, and really this new moon focus on communication and doing the inner work, the shadow work, doing mirror work, things like that. Just working on yourself, things that and it doesn't have to be big or small, it doesn't matter. The Geminis, they're all about perspective. You could do the shadow work, whether it's big or small, it doesn't matter. Doing something, some internal inner child work, or just going within yourself during this new moon, something that maybe you want to heal. For this full moon, look at things in a bigger perspective, a bigger picture, and work with your communication, work with your throat chakra. All right, the Gemini characteristics. Now, this is only a mini little clip of Gemini characteristics. There's a whole lot more. I just choose a little bit just in case you want to learn a little bit about the Gemini. So Geminis, they have the characteristic of being flirty. Geminis, they're really adaptable, and they're outgoing, they're intelligent, they're very witty, sharp, dynamic, energetic, and quick-witted, because I said witty before. So they have a lot of energy. Geminis have a lot of energy, and they can, be someone, suffer from insomnia, from, thinking too much. Geminis, they're really quick with their thoughts. They are more in their head than in their heart. But it also, again, it depends on their moon sign and their rising sign. But that's just the general idea of what a Gemini represents. This week I also posted my spiritual routine, which we talked about the Nayama, the fifth Nayama, Svara Pranadhana, which I really think fits well with the new moon in Gemini. So if you haven't seen that, go definitely check it out. But we really talk about the fifth Nayama, Svara Pranadhana, which is the art of suffering, feeling pulled in two directions during this full moon, if you feel that way, because Gemini, works with two different, the twins, two different sides. So if you're feeling like you're being pulled for two directions, really go check that video out. We talk about the art of surrendering and why it could really be important for you during this time. So working with the Gemini new moon is really working with connecting the heart, the mind, and bringing that into alignment, like heaven and earth, bringing both of those into alignment, and that you don't feel that pull from being in two different directions. We also have a few planets in retrograde. I'm going to be talking about 3. We have Venus in retrograde that just went in retrograde May 13th until June 25th, I believe. Then we have Jupiter and Saturn retrograde. They went into retrograde around May 11th, 15th, and they will be in retrograde. They both will be in retrograde until mid-September. So what are retrogrades in a sense? We know, most of us know about Mercury retrograde, right? Because it messes with our electronics, and usually retrogrades have a bad rep. But we can really learn good lessons with retrogrades, and we really need to bring a positive aspect towards retrogrades and really, not isolate ourselves during retrogrades, but really go within during retrogrades and not so much outwardly, so that the chaos doesn't seems so crazy. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. You might not even know what a retrograde is. But basically, planets, they go in one direction, and when a retrograde happens, it means that the planets are going in the opposite direction. They look like they're going in the opposite direction. They actually aren't going in the opposite direction. It's just how it visually looks like. So that means the planets go in retrograde. So Venus planet is all about love, beauty, abundance. It's a really great planet. We're in Venus retrograde right now, so you might be finding yourself in a new relationship or at a new level in your relationship during this new moon. That's really fantastic. Jupiter is all about wisdom and growth, and Saturn is all about obstacles and structure. So work through your obstacles during this time, and that's with your approach, your communication. What obstacles do you have? Speaking your truth or speaking in public, and really building that foundation during this new moon, whatever that means to you. It can mean in all different ways. And then how can you bring more love and abundance in your life with the Venus retrograde? It's going to naturally happen with this Venus retrograde because it's in retrograde right now. And then with Jupiter, how are you growing? What is making you more wiser? How can you, gather more wisdom during this time? Let's dive into our moon reading. I'm going to pull 2 to 3 cards, whatever falls out or what my intuition has to say. We already got 1 card. I wish I could be doing this reading outside during this new moon. Let's pull 3 cards because it would just be nice to film outside, but it's been raining all week. So let's look into what this new moon has for us. Okay, so the first card we have is nothing will come of this situation. It is a void of course moon. So whatever questions you came in asking, whether you realized it or not, or questions that you had in your head for this reading, it's saying that nothing will come of the situation. So maybe you've found yourself this week with a very unexpected situation from an unexpected person. Something unexpected happened and it kind of threw you under the bus. It kind of shook you up a little bit. It kind of questioned yourself and your beliefs. But this card is saying nothing is going to come with this situation. Don't be defensive with this situation. Maybe this situation is coming, an unexpected situation. So this card is trying to tell you nothing's gonna come of the situation. Just surrender to it. Again, the art of surrender. Surrender to the situation. Don't get your mind all crazy about it and just move on. Everybody is different. And that's what this card is representing, that nothing is gonna come of the situation if you defend yourself. So the next card that we have is your commitment is being tested. We keep getting this card in the full moon and new moon readings. I think this is the 3rd time this card popped out. The first quarter moon. We have the first quarter moon, void of course moon, and then we have a full moon in Virgo. But this is saying your commitment is being tested. And that's where this little obstacle is coming in hand. This little unexpected situation that's about to happen or has happened already, let's say. And it's saying your commitment is being tested. Life is trying to test you. Do you really believe in yourself? That solar plexus, that willpower. Do you really believe in yourself? Do you stand up for what you believe in? And do you stand in that? And do you stand in that with also surrendering, with not defending yourself, with just simply moving on? And then we have full moon in Virgo. Life wants you to know you are good enough. We have the full moon in Virgo. Virgos are beautiful, very spiritual people. I love Virgos. They have a special place in my heart. But it says you are good enough. And look, it's the color green, which is one of the colors that represent this new moon in Gemini. So it says you are good enough. This unexpected situation might make you feel that you're not good enough. Maybe you're doing something wrong. But I'm here to tell you, you are good enough. And it doesn't matter who is right or wrong. Just believe in yourself. Believe who you are. And just stick with that. Because there's people out there that believe in you and believe who you are. Don't let that one person make you give up, essentially. So those are the 3 cards we got. So we got nothing will come of this situation. We have you're being tested. The universe is testing you once again, and you are good enough. You are good enough. Trust in the universe and that the universe will bring you everything that you need. So this week or within the next 2 weeks, you might be tested with this moon cycle. Let's pull out one more card. I'm feeling we need one more confirmation card. But yes, it's self-explanatory. Really communicate in a, you know, respectable manner, and everything will just go away and it won't come back again. It's not gonna, the situation won't come back again, because with your commitment, when you go with your commitment and stick with what your goals are and what you believe, that is when you prevail and then you pass the test. So we got emotions running high, super moon. So yes, this is quite a new moon in Gemini, you know, being pulled two different ways, two people. Maybe you're having relationship struggles right now, but it's saying emotions are running high, a super moon. So maybe these past several weeks you've been super emotional, but this new moon, just see it with new intentions and cleanse away whatever you've been really emotional about, because the future is bright. That is what this card is saying. You're highly emotional, but it doesn't have to continue. So this 2 weeks, really do the moon work, do your moon work and do the shadow work. That is your reading. We're also going to do a candle lighting. So let's go do that. I have a little candle light. I have a purple candle with a conscious message that I could read to you, and you guys can say the words as I say them or just listen, and it's going to be a really nice way to wrap up this reading. I have this purple candle, spiritual candle, I've got from a crystal shop or you know, a spiritual shop. I got it a long time ago, and it's a ritual candle. So light that up, and it came with this message on it. The title is Spirituality. I have placed myself in ritual consciousness, my energy focused with the desire to create and alter my destiny. I deliver all mystical spirits to come into my heart and soul and cleanse me of all my negative energy. Spirituality is consuming my being. I thought that would be a really nice message to say for you guys for this new moon in Gemini. And purple is such a royal color. It's such a spiritual color. Amethyst is in the color, you know, purple. So that is the candle. I hope you guys enjoyed this new moon in Gemini. I hope you guys are having an amazing day. Namaste. The light in me honors the light in you. Remember to stay gold, be your authentic self, and subscribe to my channel because I upload every Tuesday and Friday to hang out with me. And if you like this video, definitely hit the like button down below. Bye guys!